ZMT Sports back in a weird, different type of way.
Zoom, I kind of like it though.
Yeah, I mean, this is different. You know, Tom got a new job, so he hates me. He doesn't see me that much often. That's why we didn't do this past episode.
Not true. We were rebranding. You know that.
Yeah,
we're figuring it out.
We are rebranded. We are doing every sport now, not just football, because football is sadly over.
I know, which sucks. But you know what, though?
You don't know why, Tom? I know you're going to say it. You want to say it.
What?
We have a bigger rivalry.
Oh, yeah. Now we actually have a real rivalry, which is going to be the basis of this Zoom ZMT episode. This episode's primarily going to be hockey, without a doubt. And then some Mets-Yankees, I think, towards the end.
I think you said there's no rivalry in basketball with me, but I do have a rivalry with the Knicks because they cost me a bet.
They cost you some money, and I could touch on some Knicks things, but not really too in depth. But definitely Rangers, Devils. But I have to point out, you have a sicker setup than me. I'm wearing my Xbox headphones, and they are so noise canceling that if I put it over my other ear, I can't tell how loud I'm talking. So that's why I'm wearing it on my cheek.
I need to get I got the stick microphone for Christmas, so that was cool. But I want to get headphones too. We'll match. We'll rock it together.
Yeah. Because then it's like
be official.
It's like your Dave Portnoy.
There you go. There we go. But yeah, that would be the basis.
So why don't you start off with your Red Hot Devils? Your Stanley Cup favorite, New Jersey Devils. You're just bring Lord Stanley to the Rock already. New Jersey Devils. I mean, Jesus Christ, your fan base is like unbelievable on Twitter. It's you win 6 games and it's like.
Listen. This is where I'm going to go with the Devils.
I could say so much.
Before we get into it, let's remind the fans. Well, they probably know already because they know us and everything like that. But you are a Rangers fan. I'm a Devils fan. So there is already a small rivalry right there.
Yeah.
We have the New Jersey. We have the New York. The only team in New Jersey. Let me remind you of that. All right. You have the Islanders in New York. So that's
we're New York's team.
Yeah, it's New York's team. But this is where I'm going to go with the Devils, and because. The only reason why myself, and then there's Justin Roosh, who's a Cowboys fan with me. He is also a Devils fan. There's also Kyle that's a Devils fan. And then we even got Johnny Z as a Devils fan. We're annoying to bust you. Not because we actually believe that Stanley Cup.
But what's actually funny is I'm not even referring to you guys. I know you're busting chops with me, and we just like going back and forth. I'm actually referring to real Devils fans on Twitter. Like if you actually search #Devils or #NYNJT, so ignorant. And what pisses me off is you could beat the Bruins, and I bet you I can find a tweet from a Devils fan ripping the Rangers, even though you just beat the Bruins.
They'll find a way to rip the Rangers, yes.
And the Rangers just got a nice win against the Flyers. You will not see one single tweet.
I will give you this, though. Yes, you like to bring that up, that the Rangers never associate with the Devils because they're the most world-class organization ever, whatever. But
Devils are like the dirt under our shoe.
This is where I'm going to go with this. I think the reason why the Devils would bring up the Rangers, especially in tonight's facts, is because we needed the Flyers not to get any points, and the Rangers blew a fucking lead again. So that's probably why they'll bring up
Lafreniere, they'll bring up Kako, they'll bring up Hughes is better.
Listen,
you know what I mean? Like that's what they'll do, listen to each their own, and to give like our people who listen to us a little perspective. It's like the Mets, Yankees, Jets, Giants. It's like the Devils, and I'm not meaning this in disrespect, regardless of their records this year, they are more like the Jets and the Mets and their fan bases, where it's like they're the little brother and they have to find every little thing to go attack the big brother. And the Rangers just sit there and they're like, you won 6 hockey games. We've won 5. Yeah, we played 4 more games, but
let me go here then. Here's where we're gonna go then, because for you being on the Mets and the Jets side,
I see similarities, but that's why I bring it up to you guys.
I
see it.
Because I'm going to bring this up because from the podcast itself, over the last 20 weeks that we've been doing this, you always brought up, oh, like, how come the Giants can suck, but when the Jets suck, they're all over the media, but the Giants aren't. Oh, so when it comes to us and the Devils saying how the Rangers suck, it's a big problem now because you're on the other side of the fence.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with that.
Am I right? Come
here's
on.
the thing with that. But that's the similarities I see. That's why I'm pointing it out. But here's the difference between Jets and Giants. Football's bigger.
Absolutely.
And football is totally measured on completely different things. So when the Jets are getting ripped because Sam Darnold's not that good and everyone's kind of like giving praise to a 6-10 Giant team, that kind of pisses me off. If both the Devils and Rangers were bad, then I would be like, you're right. But because the Devils are playing good hockey and the Rangers are struggling right now, there's no reason for the Devils to go after the Rangers. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason for it. There isn't. But you're playing good. Just disregard us. Disregard us. We suck right now. Disregard us. Go focus on the teams that are ahead of you. And that's the thing. The Yankee fans are able to do that with the Mets. They kind of just throw them away when they're good. And so are Giant fans with the Jet fans. But the Ranger fans are doing that to the Devils fans now. And I'm just the one that is calling it out to you guys because we like to punch chops with
you are in the middle. Just like the photo refers, you are in the middle of a man party. You really are.
But you know what's funny too for people who don't know the whole background story. Kyle Marr is fairly new fan of hockey, and I wish we could have got him on the podcast. But 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, he literally was like, I want to get into hockey. And we were playing NHL a lot, me, him, and Jay Rouge, and he didn't know what team to choose, right? He didn't know, like, what direction he wanted to go in. Was it Rangers? Was it Islanders? Was it Devils? Was it like, he didn't even know. Like, he just wanted a team. And he came to the conclusion, New Jersey, only team, cheap tickets to go to. He was able to go to games for cheap when they sucked in order to, like, see what it's like. Became a Devils fan, naturally. For some perspective to that, I always nag on him for, and that's why I wanted him to come on here. Choosing the Devils, like regardless of this little 11-game stretch, choosing the Devils long-term in your life, your kids are going to be those fans. You're going to tell your wife you're this fans. Like, you're going to grow up with this. Choosing the Devils is the equivalent of choosing the Mets over the Yankees if you're new to baseball. And there's no arguing that. And I don't care what you say. It's going to be hard for you to deny that because
I won't deny. I'm not that stupid. You know,
it's still a little fresh for Devils fans.
It is. It is true to the fact where
you're the little brother.
We are the little brother.
And you have to own that. And I am on that side for most of the situations.
You're on the side of the fence for other sports. And that's why, as little brother, I have to try to pick on the older brother because the older brother has always picked up on me.
But here's the bad thing.
And I know you're saying, like, oh, like the Rangers, they're dirt, the Devils are dirt on their shoe. We don't have to we push them aside here and there. But with all your success and everything that you've seen in your lifetime, and especially as an organization, compared to the Devils, we have to get back at you. You know what I'm saying? We have to
No, and I understand that. And what's funny to me though, it's the bad thing about most Devils fans is for the ones that aren't Jet fans or aren't Met fans, because there's a lot of that. Like, I'll go to Devils games with you guys. I see a lot of Jet hats. I see a lot of Met hats because that's kind of like the group of people, because mostly Ranger fans their parents grew up Ranger fans were also, Giants and Yankee fans. So you see that more. But anyway, long story short, like, I'll give an example. I was at a Devils game when the Mets clinched for the NLCS to go to the World Series. The Devils posted something on the scoreboard and the freaking arena erupted. When I go to Ranger games, they show like Yankee, like they won't show Met things because, they feed to their demographic of who's there, like entertaining people. But anyway, my real point to begin this was, the bad thing about Devils fans is they do have a good amount of Giant and Yankee fans, so they shit talk Ranger fans like Giant fans talk Jet fans and Yankee fans talk. And that's most of Twitter that I see on Twitter, and that's what pisses me off. Like, no, I know you like the Yankees, and yes, you can shit talk the Mets like that, and I know you like the Giants, and you can shit talk the Jets like that. But you are the Devils. Enjoy your wins. Okay, right now you're a better team. I will guarantee you, and I'll say it on this podcast, at the end of the year, we're both going to be golfing and watching the NHL playoffs. The Devils are not a good enough hockey team to make the NHL playoffs. They're not there yet. And the Rangers aren't there. And the Rangers aren't there yet. And that's what's also getting me, and that's why I laugh at this, is I see the light at the end of the tunnel because I go through this with my other teams, which you guys don't. Sometimes the Cowboys, I would say you might. But the Devils are giving you false hope right now. They're playing very good hockey. They're well coached. They're finding teams at the right times. Rangers were banged up. Bruins played Halak. I'm just saying, I know they just came off of 2 weeks of no hockey, but they're professionals. It doesn't matter. They're getting teams at the right time. They had this whole season, okay? And they're giving you a little false hope. At the end of the year, we're both going to be golfing. We're both going to be watching. And I know that's hard for you to fathom right now because they're playing so well, but it's the truth. It's just simple as that.
Let me just backfire right here for you real quick. And this is where I'm going to go.
Let's start it. Let's start the real talk now. Let's start
because if there's a big reason for New Jersey fans to bother you, it should, because New Jersey is the most ignorant state ever. And we'll start off with that, right? Let's just go.
New Yorkers are bad, though.
Absolutely, but we are known for a show about a bunch of drunk orange Guidos doing their thing. That is what New Jersey is based off of. That's what we will go with first. So if New Jersey bothers you, they're doing their fucking job. So that is the first things first. And second thing, before this other win that we just had tonight against the Bruins, that the Devils had against the Bruins, you're telling me, oh, like you know, the Devils are playing good hockey, but they're playing good hockey against the two shit bottom teams of the division, as in the Rangers. And then who else did they play?
They have spread out their wins pretty well, but they have 2 wins against the Rangers, and they have a win against the Sabres, and they have a win against the Islanders. The Islanders have gotten very hot lately, but when the Devils played them, they were a little slow.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with this thing here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, yes, it is early in the season to determine a lot of things.
Of course.
But Boston is a 10-2 hockey team coming into tonight.
It is.
The Devils, they were a 10-2 hockey team coming into tonight.
Devils beat them twice.
The Devils beat them twice to make them 10-3, and out of those 2 overtime the points that they have, the Devils beat them in overtime once. So they have 5 out of 6 possible points against one of the best teams in the league right now.
Yes.
Obviously, it's too early to find anything and to determine if this is really a playoff team. But if you're gonna not expect Jersey fans to brag about this, then you're crazy.
Of course, I'm expecting it. But the thing is with hockey is it's such a deep game, and there's so many cases in hockey, and I'm from watching all these years and watching the Rangers basically dominate the league until like maybe I want to say 3 years ago. There were so many games where the Rangers just did not deserve to win at all. And like I'm talking about back in the day, like we were in high school and they were making the Eastern Conference Final and the finals and the regular season. There were so many games they weren't able to win. And that's just what good hockey teams do. You know what I mean? So, for example, like you're bringing up the Devils and the Bruins, right?
Yes.
The other 2 games that I watched, the Devils play the Bruins. Mackenzie Blackwood stole two of those wins. At least stole the overtime win. He stole that. No. And it was supposed to go to a shootout, but a great play was made. Sharon Govich capitalized. That's what good hockey teams do. I'm not taking that away. The Rangers in both the games that they've lost to the Bruins by 1 goal, I mind you, which the Rangers lead the league in most 1-goal losses, outshot the Bruins by combined 21 shots, okay, in both those games, outpossessed them in the offensive zone, both of those games, and somehow found ways to lose. So you can argue, and I didn't get to watch tonight's game, but I did look at the stats. I looked at possession time. Possession time was close. Devils got outshot, not by much, but the Devils are a faster hockey team. So when they get into the offensive zone, I'm sure they looked a lot faster than the Bruins, but that's just the matchup situation.
Yeah. But there was a lot of good possessions that you would not expect. I don't know, this hockey team.
They're a fast hockey team. And you know what I'm going to bring up right now is I did tune into the game during commercials, and I tuned in at the perfect time, and I wanted to text the group chat, but I wear it off of it. Your own announcer, Ken Danico, said, it's weird, the NHL, and you probably remember this. He goes, you'll see a team and they'll beat, one of the best teams in the division, and you're like, how did they beat them? And then they'll lose to a team lower in the division. It's all about matchups in the NHL. The Devils might match up against the Bruins because they're a little faster, but you know what? They don't match well against the Flyers because they play a little heavier. And that's like that in a nutshell is like what it is. The team could be 25-1-2 if you're faster than them, if you're a little more aggressive than them in their game planning. You will have a chance against them, and that's what makes hockey the best, and that's what makes hockey and the NHL and the Stanley Cup playoffs the hardest trophy to win in sports, in my opinion, because anyone can win.
I agree with you. I agree with you to a point. It is about matchups and everything like that, but it's been, I think, for the reason why New Jersey fans are getting hype and being annoying and everything like that. Not only is they New Jerseyans, that is one thing, but then the other fact that, like you've been talking about, it's been a while since the Devils organization actually has given any type of hope, I think, over the last few years. I mean, there was obviously what was it last year where they started off hot? They started off like 3-0, and everyone was like,
I think 2 years ago they started off.
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. 2 years ago they started off hot. They started off 3-0, and they're like, wow, like here we go, and then all of a sudden, just fucking shit the bed, and it just went down there from here. But I think. Obviously, it's too early, but for a team to come back during a situation like this, obviously with COVID, they are professionals. They probably trained during the 2 weeks off that they had and everything like that. But despite that, being out of the game for 2 weeks and who knows what they were doing to come back, have 2 good wins back to back coming into this return, and the decline hasn't shown exactly yet. I think that's why they have so much hope.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I hate to say this, but they are playing good hockey right now. Okay, they are playing. There's absolutely no denying that they are playing good hockey. But on an outsider looking in, and I don't care what anybody says. I think I'm a pretty rational Ranger fan. How have I not been saying they've been playing? They just haven't finished games. I've said they suck, really. Like, because if you don't win hockey games, you suck, right? Even though they've been dominating teams, they've been out shooting and out possessing and losing all these 1-goal games. So when I literally say that I personally don't believe that the Devils are good enough, deep enough to play this good of hockey through 56 games to get to the playoffs ahead of teams like the Bruins and the Flyers and the Penguins and the Islanders. I can't sit here and say that I'm wrong. I'm gonna be a little biased, but I can't. Like, I don't. If you and it kills me because I expect Devil fans to enjoy this because you should, because you know what, you're 6-3-2, just got 2 nice wins off of being away for 2 weeks, which is hard to do, like you said. But there's too much hype. Do you know what I mean? You ever get to the point where it's like there's just too much going on? Like you guys, like now not you guys, but Devils fans as a whole, because I'll refer to them as a bunch, cannot expect this team to make the playoffs. And if you do at this moment, you're fooling yourself. You're falling in. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. It's too early to drink the Kool-Aid. Come back to me in 10 games, right? So what are the Devils now? 6-3-2?
Yes.
All right. The next 10 games, right? It's all in the Metropolitan Division, so they're probably going to be tough games. If the Devils somehow in these next 10 games, right, are 13, let's say 12-5-3. Start drinking the Kool-Aid, because now you're over halfway through the season and you're 6 games over 500. You're probably around 30 points. You're probably 4 or 5 points out of a playoff spot. Then you have a legit shot. If the hockey switches like this next week, the Devils could lose 3 out of 4. And before you know, like the Rangers did.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it now. That they literally the next 3 out of 4 matchups. They have a back-to-back against Buffalo. No, they have a back-to-back with Buffalo and then the Capitals.
Yeah.
Capitals obviously are concerning, but they have 3 of the next 4 matchups against Buffalo.
They should win 2 out of 3 of those. They should win 2 out of 3 of those. But here's the thing. Buffalo matches up better against the Devils than some other teams do because Buffalo plays fast. But yeah, listen, enjoy it. I mean, you've beaten the Rangers twice. I can't really talk shit about the team. I'm just trying to give like an unbiased, take my feelings out of it. I just hate your fan base really on Twitter because it's very annoying. I don't even know. I don't know. It's just annoying. I don't know.
So let's talk about these upcoming games for the Rangers and how confident you feel about them as a fan.
You don't even have to tell me the games. I don't feel confident. because
matchups. You never know.
They play the Capitals and then they play the Bruins again next Friday. They play in between that. I believe they play the Capitals again or the Flyers again. It's just a gauntlet. I know those teams are around this area of their schedule, and I'm not confident because it's been the same story on and on. If you go into the schedule right now, count to me how many 1-goal losses the Rangers have. Count to me. It's actually amazing. And what's even more crazy, you can go into the box score. No, I'll do it for you. And then you could do me the Devils. Right? You ready?
I'm in.
As I go into the Rangers schedule right now, and this is why you might get a better understanding of why I get so angry with them and why I'm so pissed off with how they've lost games. Okay. Opening night, they lost 4-0. Okay. And they won 5-0. All right. Devils game, Tuesday, January 19th. They lost by 1. Outshot, outpossessed, and won the face-off battle, I believe. I don't know about the face-off battle, but let's look at the stats. They outshot the Devils 50-28. Face-offs were almost 50-50. Devils had 12 penalty minutes to the Rangers 4. Rangers had more hits. Devils had more blocks, but they lost. It's okay. That's one.
Yep.
The next game against the Penguins, lost in a shootout. 1-goal loss. Lost to the Penguins the next game. 1-goal loss. Next game, lost to the Sabres. 1-goal loss. Beat the Sabres. Another 1-goal loss. That's 6. Fast forward, then they won 3 out of 4, and then lost 2-0. Empty net goal. Basically 1-0 loss. Then they lost 3-2, 1-0, and then the Devils 5-2, and then they beat the Flyers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1-goal losses. And as I have it up here, in 3 of them, they had a lead in the third period. So you tell me really if the Rangers are as bad as their record shows. They're not.
No, I mean, no, that just comes down to it where – I mean, like you said, it's you can't yeah, obviously it's puck luck, and then you can't really. I was going to bring up like a football comparison. I was going to bring up fucking Atlanta this year and how they had leads in every game, looked like they had in the bag, just let it go. But you can't compare football to hockey because
you kind of can though, because look, when the Falcons fired Dan Quinn, they started winning games, winning the close ones with Raheem Morris. They're playing every team tough, that's just how they are. But that's been the Rangers' song and dance all year. Yeah. They just they can't score, so they can't separate themselves from teams when they dominate, and they keep the games close, and then the better teams find ways to win. That's just how it happens when you're a couple pieces away. So it's been a little frustrating.
As I'm looking at the schedule, out of the 3 losses for the Devils, obviously one came from the Islanders. They lost 4-1, pretty bad. Yeah. And the only team that's really had them that they haven't played multiple times or hasn't had a point against is Philadelphia. So you get to brag about that. You get to say
who the Rangers just completely dominated tonight.
Yeah,
completely. Exactly. Outshot them by 10, outpossessed, like I keep saying, and hit 3 posts, and the Flyers scored 2 goals off of Rangers players. It's just those are the things that have pissed off Ranger fans in total. But for the Devils, at least, listen, going forward, like you said, you back to back against the Sabres, and then you play the Capitals.
Play Buffalo, Capitals. Buffalo again. And that's what it is.
Your next 10 game stretch is going to be big. That's what you're going to learn about. I'll learn about the team, because that's when I learned about the Rangers, man. They started off a little struggle, and then they won 3 out of 4, and now they're in this stretch where they were on a 4-game losing streak. So,
it's going to get difficult, Tom, because I'm looking at it. It's going to get difficult.
You're going to go through the stretch the Rangers just went through, probably facing the Islanders a couple times, Bruins a couple times back to back, and things like that. Yeah.
Buffalo, Washington, Washington, Islanders, Rangers, and despite the 2 outcomes that we've seen between the Rangers and Devils, the Rangers can get 2 right back. It's possible. That's how it works.
And they will. And
they probably will. And then there's Boston, Washington, Islanders 3 in a row. It's obviously gonna get hard. Like you said, probably can't drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink it. I personally see the Devils as a 500 hockey team. Got some young pieces, growing, good goaltending. Next year, they could be dangerous if they get people to sign with them. But that's the problem with New Jersey, too. We talk about it all the time. Jay Roosh made a great point today. I go on Bleacher Report, and I went on the Rangers thing today. I saw trade packages for Sidney Crosby they can offer, and then I read an article from a trusted source, Rick Capronello, who covers the Rangers. Those Rangers are preparing for big Jack Eichel push for this year's trade deadline or in the offseason. And that's the thing. Like, the Rangers could be 2-7-1 and be the worst team in the NHL. Players are going to want to come play in New York. And that's what the Rangers do. That's why they've literally made the playoffs 14 of the last 16 years. Yeah, they haven't won anything, but like I've said, it's the hardest trophy to win.
It is.
And it's just the Rangers are the Rangers. And that's why, like, you guys can talk your shit. You can come at me. You can make your memes. You can do all you want with your little 6-3-2 record. At the end of the day, in the next 20 years, I will guarantee you I will see more success than you guys will, just because you're a small market team. It's like the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays fans, they see the Tampa Bay Rays get to the World Series, right? I bet you they don't make the playoffs for the next 5 years because they have to cut players, they have to trade players, they have to cut salary, they have to do this, they have to do that. Look at the Devils. They made the Stanley Cup. They made the playoffs once since. Look, I know Henrique, it's over. I know that happened, but you made the cup, After Henrique gets over, you guys didn't get back to the playoffs until 2 years ago, and the Rangers made the playoffs every year except the one after that. So like, you tell me you can have Henrique gets over. I saw all this success. Like it's fine to
There
me.
will be no moment as iconic as that one that you've seen, though.
No, unless the Rangers and Devils have another playoff series, which is inevitably going to happen because in the early 2000s it happened twice. The Devils got one and the Rangers got one, and then that's what happened. Actually, 3 times in our lifetime that I can remember, Rangers got 2, Devils got 1, but one happened in like 2006, so we don't really count that.
Yeah, whatever, dude. We don't count it. We don't count it.
There was a year the Rangers won 11-1 against the Devils, but that's before all of our friends were hockey fans, of course, so I didn't get to talk shit then.
Well, let's just talk about how awful your recruiting skills are. So we will.
My recruiting skills, getting Ranger fans.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We're bringing in new guys. Obviously, hockey is. Well, even myself, I had to develop my own fandom for hockey more.
It's like an acquired taste of food. It's like you got to watch it and get into it and really start.
Yeah, exactly. And but I've always been a Devils fan, mostly because I've been brainwashed by my father by every team that I like. But at the same time, like Henrique gets over, like you said, that was a long ass time ago, and I was a big fan of it.
9 years. Can you believe that?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And that was an awesome sports moment for me. That was probably when I really got into hockey. Was that year. Because I can remember all those playoff series like it was yesterday, when it was the Panthers, and there was the Flyers, and then there was the Rangers. So, like, I can go back and just remember that because that's when I really got into it. But these new guys, John, Kyle, you need to do better if you want them to be Rangers fans.
Here's the thing. You're right. And you know what's funny too? It's like when they started liking hockey, of course, it started during the Rangers rebuild. Like, I can guarantee you if we fast forward the Rangers' success after Henrique gets over to, like, now, they could care less about it. It's cheap to go to games. We can get drunk there for cheap. Because if the Rangers were in the playoffs every year and I go to Jay Rush's and we're all hanging out on a Saturday and it's Rangers at 3 o'clock on a playoff Sunday or a playoff Saturday and it's electric and the Garden, the goal song, they would have been Ranger fans. But, of course, as a Rangers rebuild, Devils rebuild, hey, we might as well just go to games. It's fucking $18 to go to a game and get drunk on the train. Like, it's like, let's do it. I'm going to become a Devils fan now. And now, look, this year the Devils will start off.
I think that's where it started. I think that's
of course where it started. Like, if I was able to take everybody to Ranger games for $12 a piece, then we'd all be Ranger fans. But the thing is, you can't because it's in a world-class organization in a world-class arena, and you can't go to games for $12. You got to go to games for $100. And speaking of breaking news tonight, which Mike Tutalo, thank God, we have one friend that's a Ranger fan. We got our boy Toots, who is a huge Ranger fan, just like me. His whole family is just like my family. Called me today, and he actually got Ranger tickets for next Friday. So your boy is going to be at the Garden for the first Ranger game back since coronavirus, and I cannot fucking wait. Awesome. I don't care if they suck. I don't care if anything. No. I'm going to be at the Garden, and I'm going to spend the extra $80 to see a world-class organization. And you can keep your cheap food. You can keep your shitty city in Newark. You can keep your shitty stadium in The Rock. Okay, you can keep it, and I'll be at the world's most famous arena watching the world's most famous hockey team.
This is where I'm going to go. This is where I'm going to come back out with you. All right, this is where we're going to go. Right now, better hockey team. Right now, better food. Dino's barbecue. We got that.
Oh, right, dude, we have New York City. Shut up. It's New York City, dude.
Right now, barbecue. We have the better hockey. We have the better food in Dino's barbecue. We have the cheaper beer. It's like $5 to $7 a beer, while it's probably like fucking 15 at Madison Square Garden. We have the cheaper tickets. We got the better views. We got the more fun fans. New Jersey's where it's at right now.
More fun fans. Give me a break. More fun fans. We have the best goal. We have the best goal song in the National Hockey League. You haven't been to a Ranger.
But people got soft, so they got rid of it.
No. So even before, when you guys had "You Suck," the Rangers goal song was the best. Iconic. No, there's nothing more iconic than the Rangers goal song. There's literally nothing more iconic.
It's not iconic. I don't even know what it is.
Because are you a real hockey fan then if you don't know what the Rangers goal song is?
I know.
Because exactly. But yeah, dude. I mean, listen. Right now, through 11 hockey games that the Devils have played, yes, you're the better hockey team. Sure, you can have this 11-game stretch. You're telling me last year before we went on strike, before COVID hit, that the Devils didn't have an 11-game period where they were better than the Rangers at all throughout the whole year? They did, and it happened twice, actually. So just because it happens in the beginning of the year doesn't mean you'll sustain being better the whole year. That's all I'm saying. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Mike. Do not drink the Kool-Aid.
I'm going to
be humble. Be humble. Be humble in your victories, because I've been there with the Mets. I've been there with the Mets with the hot starts. I used to, the Mets always used to start off hot. Always. Like 13-1. I would shit talk Yankee fans to no end. And the Yankees would be like 5-6, 5-7, starting off slow. Mets would be 13-1, 12-1. I'd be like, Yankees suck. They don't have this. They don't have this. They don't have that. The Mets have this. End of the year, Yankees are 101 and fucking 61, and the Mets are 79 and fucking whatever. And I'm like sitting like this, and all the Yankee fans are coming back to me like, oh yeah, well, remember when the Mets started 13-1? You were going to win the World Series in April, and that's why I'm making the jokes like, oh, you're going to win the Stanley Cup in February, because 11 games in, you're 6-3-2. It's not even like you're fucking 10-1-1, like you're dominating everybody. You're 6-3-2. Okay, yes, you beat the Rangers twice. That's what makes my shit talking a little worse. But that's what I'm coming at. Because at the end of the year, what is it, a 56 game schedule? If the Devils are 28 and 28, however you want to better, who cares? If we're both watching the playoffs, who gives a shit about now, correct? And then next year into the offseason, Rangers will get more hype. They'll sign more players. And next year's a new year. So that's just what's going to happen. Now, the Devils can make me eat my words and end up being like 41 fucking 14 or whatever, and I'll eat my shit, and I would say, hey, good year for the Devils, but I know next year the Rangers will be right back at it and probably be better than them. So that's what I'm standing at.
Well, isn't it bad that we don't have a time machine to find that?
I am literally trying to get you to talk shit like you talk in group chats, but it's not happening. It's not coming out. Why?
I'm letting you let it out. I'm letting you let it out.
No. I'm trying to irk you. I'm trying to stir the pot. Like
you can't irk me.
Huh?
You can't irk me. Because you're wrong.
That's the thing. See? Because I'm wrong.
Because just like every other New York organization, you're overrated as shit. You don't win anything. I'm even a Yankees fan, and I'm telling you.
What have the Devils won? What have the Devils won?
Stanley Cup more recent than the
7 years more recently, dude. It was both eternity ago. You were 6 years old when the Devils won.
Yeah, I was 6 years old.
6 years old.
I was.
And the Rangers still have more cups.
Every second of it. What?
And the Rangers still have more Stanley Cups, so who cares?
All right. Okay. Then how come as a Cowboys fan, when I want to bring that up, I get fucking told by Giant fans?
I mean, I can't.
The most recent Super Bowl. So when I do it, why is it a problem? Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem?
Sounds like in your fandom, you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about because you bring it at me too. Because
why do you talk shit about the Devils? Why do you talk shit?
This is where I'm gonna go because I hear it from you too. When I want to fucking debate organizations when it comes to the Jets and the Cowboys, you bring up
the Jets suck.
No. You bring up your 2 AFC championships that you saw, which is facts. And you saw more than me. You probably will see more than me for a long time. But you bring it up every fucking time, and then you get annoyed when I bring up 5 Super Bowls. You get annoyed because
I've seen more than you with the Rangers, though, too.
You're
telling me I'm not. Have I? Dude, I've seen the playoffs every year since I was 9 years old until.
I'm talking about Stanley Cups, baby. I'm talking about Stanley Cups. You've probably seen the same amount.
0.
I'm talking about appearances.
1.
And so have I. I've seen 1.
Yeah, but I've seen 3 Eastern Conference championship series, and I've seen an Eastern Conference championship, and I've seen Game 7s, and I've seen 3-1 comebacks, and I've seen goals with 6.6 seconds left, and then winning in overtime. I've seen so much more joy than you when it comes to hockey. So that's the point I'm trying to get at tonight.
But I'm going to try to get at. But at the end of it, what happened?
Didn't we not just agree before that the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win in sports? So getting to the tournament in itself is a challenge, and getting there and going deep is significant in itself.
It's like putting your dick in a girl and then she says go deeper. It just doesn't fucking make sense.
I bet you the Rangers have more playoff wins in the last 10 years than the Devils have victories against the Rangers in the last 20.
Yeah, you're bluffing.
I bet you I might do that right now while we're on. I might do that. I bet you that the Rangers have more playoff wins in the last 10 years, their last playoff run, 14 out of 16, than the Devils do have wins against the Rangers. And we're going to find that out right now. Okay, you ready? Rangers playoff.
Did the Rangers have 2 playoff wins this year?
Record,
They're losing. They lost 2 games to the Devils this year.
I know. I know. I'll add it. Rangers playoff record since, let's go 2005, right after the merger, right after the lockout. Rangers
right after
playoff wins, playoff record since 2005. New York Rangers play. I'm gonna have to do the hockey reference. I gotta do the math. Mike,
you wanted to do
get a
this.
calculator. Get a calculator out.
All right, I got my phone.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's prove you wrong.
2005. Okay. All right. 2006. All right. 1. 6.
Plus 6.
Yeah. 1. So 7 so far.
Okay.
Semifinals 4. 4. Another 6.
Okay.
2009. 2.
Okay.
2011. 3.
Okay.
2012. 4, 8, 11.
11.
11.
Because that's the year you went, right?
This is the year we lost in game 10, actually. So we lost in game 6 to the Devils. Subtract 1. Sorry.
Okay.
I counted it in there.
Okay.
2013, 4, 6.
Okay.
2014, 4, 8, 12, 2, 13.
Was that the year you guys went?
To the Stanley Cup, yeah.
Yep.
4, 8, 11 in 2015.
11.
11. 2 in 2016. And 4 and Ottawa, we won 2 games, 6. So 6. How many wins is that?
66.
66 playoff wins since 2005. Let's go to Devils Rangers history and see how many wins the Devils have against the Rangers since 2005.
Probably not that much.
Not that much, Mike. So you tell me who's been more successful, but
I really can't count that shit. It's a 7-game series every playoff series. You're gonna get wins,
bro. From 2005 to 2013, the Devils and Rangers played each other 7 times a year.
All right, so let's
That's what I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Let's do it. Come on, I hope it's fucking close. I hope it's 65.
Right? Hold on. This is kind of, why is this so hard to find?
I hope it's 65.
Doesn't give me year by year. That's what sucks for this.
Could you just look up how many wins does the Devils have against the Rangers since 2005?
That's what I'm going to do. How many wins do the Devils
Club be 65.
have
65.
versus Rangers
67.
since 2005?
67.
Since the 2004-2005 NHL lockout, the two teams have met a total of 43 times.
Oh, so that's
And
terrible.
the Devils have won 24.
They won half. It's more than half. It's more than half.
They're 24 since 2004-2005. The Devils are 24-21 against the Rangers.
Oh.
Yeah, that includes the playoffs.
So your fucking example made no fucking sense whatsoever.
I'm saying success-wise, like the shit talking that you guys do to the Rangers, we have more playoff wins than you guys have even beaten us.
Better record since 2005.
That can't be right.
Yeah, if you meet 7 times a year, that's not right. It can't be.
Oh, that's as of March 25th, 2010, including playoff games.
Oh.
That's what it was.
All right,
See,
so
I knew it
there's
was a fucked up
already.
stat. That's what I'm saying. There's got to be more than 24
We got 2
games.
more years, baby. We got 2 more years.
There's way more games than 20. I'm like looking at that stat. I'm like, there's no way.
So we're already 1/3 of the way there to 66 playoff games that you've won.
That's what I'm saying. It might be close, but that's why I'm using it. But you try to Google it. I don't know why. Like I can't get like just a recap of like the years of like what each team went against each other.
How many Rangers? That was going into 2010.
Yeah, because the regular season series is 99, 86, 21, and 10 to the Rangers.
Devils head-to-head record since 2010. What the fuck is this?
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's
Hold on.
crazy. They don't have a year by year like they should. There should be a page. I've found it so many times. So I've had this conversation so many times, unfortunately, where they literally tell you year by year, like 4-3, and they put in parentheses NYR and NJD. Like they put.
Here's what I found. This page has been. It's called
Ice hockey. No.
What is it?
Ice hockey fandom. Is that the one?
It's like it's called EIS Hockey Data Bank, whatever. But they've updated this page since 2007, and they said that the Rangers have won 55 and the Devils have won 46 in their 90 plus matchups since.
So like I said, the Rangers have more playoff wins in almost an equal amount of games, because if the Rangers have won 66 playoff games, that means they've had to play in at least 66. I didn't do their losses, so it's probably close to 99. The Rangers have more playoff wins, okay, than the Devils have wins against the Rangers, okay?
Yeah.
So just right there, I've seen way more success. And that's why I always try to make the point. I understand, and I totally agree with everybody. Cheap food, cheap tickets. Why not become a fan, especially if you're new to the game?
Yeah.
You can go to the games cheap. But in order to talk shit, or in order to like get on a bandwagon or whatever, you have to understand the facts. Choosing the Devils over the Rangers is not a smart fandom choice, like for success. Do you know what I mean? Like if you wanted to root for a successful hockey team, you choose the Rangers. If you want to go for the fandom and cheap beer and cheap tickets, you choose the Devils. Just like I would tell any football fan new to football, and I think you would agree. Giants tickets are expensive as shit. Jets tickets are cheap as hell. I literally pay $450 for 10 games. $450 for a whole season of Jet tickets. That's like $3,000 for the Giants in the same seats. So choose the Jets. But dude, what team's gonna have more success in the next 20 years?
The Jets. They have Sam Darnold.
Oh my God. There you go. It's the Giants, and you know it. And that's just the point I try to make, you know? It's just like you made a bad business decision.
I really hope
you guys made a bad business decision, okay? This is what happened. You made a bad business decision. I've had this conversation so many times. Every year the Devils are kind of good. I have the same conversation, and
the table is turning.
Okay, you can believe that.
I will.
You can.
I will. We will be doing this podcast for a long time. We will be doing this till the end of the season, and I hope
the tables were turning when the Devils lost to the Lightning in the first round of the playoffs a couple years ago. And that offseason, the Rangers signed Panarin. They traded for Trouba, and they got Kakko. So
Kakko stinks.
Just shut up.
Jack Hughes greater than signed Kakko.
They're both good in their respective positions.
Yeah, they're very good. They're very good, yes.
Yeah.
But Jack Hughes is better.
Jack Hughes plays center. He's around the puck more. He controls the game more. He's a playmaker. Kakko's a winger and has to make,
All right. Well, all right. Let's have you lie in front of somewhat of an audience that we have. Did you actually want Kakko over Jack Hughes in that draft?
No, everybody wanted Jack Hughes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But when the Rangers got the number 2 pick instead of the number 1, I knew it was Kakko. So I had to accept what it is. And I think Kakko's a good player. Will he be as good as Jack Hughes? Probably not. But will the Devils be able to afford Jack Hughes in 4 years when he needs big money? They might not be, because the Devils usually have to get rid of their players when it happens, like Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall won an MVP, and then they couldn't afford him. They let him walk. I mean, just literally life as a Devils fan. It's just what happens. Don't be surprised if Taylor Hall has to leave. Like Kovalchuk had to leave, and like Zach Parise had to leave, and like Taylor Hall had to leave, and like Zidlicki had to leave. I could just keep going.
Go ahead, keep going.
The Devils cannot afford to sustain their star players for a long time. You're going to have pockets of winning because you're a small market. They can't afford it. I had a professor, a little tidbit for you at Rutgers, Professor Schlo, who literally said there was years near the lockout and after the lockout where the Devils were nervous they could not pay their employees. It's a reality in hockey. So they're not going to
2005, dude.
No, I'm just saying. But dude, it's just the truth.
Well, that's what happens. You have to hold the pressure of being the only New Jersey team left, man. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good pressure. But I was expecting a little more shit talk from you. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to instigate you, but
yeah, no, it's not working because you're wrong.
That's another thing. I love the cockiness Devil fans have talking down to Ranger fans like we're the shit organization.
You're wrong.
That's what I think I love the most. Like how because I'm the only I'll bring up our group. I'm the only Ranger fan, right? So it's easy for like 5 or 6 people to come at me and make me feel like I root for the shit organization.
You do.
And I don't. When you guys root for the shit organization and you're enjoying this little stretch of good hockey compared to my hockey, and you're attacking, which is
call
fine.
me McDonald's because I'm loving it, boy. I'm loving every second.
I'll be loving it when the Devils are watching the Rangers in the playoffs.
We will be watching playoff NHL hockey together, and when the Devils are in the playoffs and the Rangers are not.
Be honest with me right now. Do you really think the Devils are going to make the playoffs this year?
It's going to be close.
It's not.
Yes, it is, and that's where you bother me.
It's not.
That's where you bother me because you sat there, you watched 2 games of Devils hockey against your own fucking shit organization of a team.
Rangers should have won the first game.
Huh?
Rangers should have won the first game.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, motherfucker.
But I'm just saying. You're saying watching the Rangers should have beat them the first game. The last game, the Devils came out and wanted it more. But I'm just saying.
Zach Hughes had 3 points. What do you mean they should have lost that game?
The Rangers outshot the Devils by 22, outpossessed them by almost 3.5 minutes. The Devils just got some lucky goals. Just simply got the buck luck that night. That's just how it went. It's just how it went. It's just how it goes.
That's what I hear out of you.
But yeah, but I'm just saying. Go ahead, make your point.
No, I've watched
the Devils. Yeah, you said I've watched the Devils for 2 games.
The Devils twice against your own shit team, and they lost. They lost respectively. They lost fairly. They got their ass kicked twice. And that's
where they didn't get their ass kicked twice. They didn't. They should have won the first game, and the second game was a 2-2 game before it became 3-2 and an empty netter.
Was the score 4-3 Rangers?
That's not getting their ass kicked, bro. The Devils actually got really dominated that game and found a way to capitalize on their opportunities. It's a simple fact. Just go look at – that's exactly how hockey works. You have to capitalize on the opportunities you're given.
And the Devils did.
Okay, and the Rangers scored 3 goals while out shooting you 50-28. There's no reason we should have lost the game. Blackwood stood on his head. Sometimes goalies steal games, and that's what Blackwood did that night. Devils did not dominate.
You guys don't have King lung choke anymore. So I don't know.
I know, but no, I'm saying I've watched your hockey team play. I've watched them play against my team.
They're good,
and they are fundamentally sound. They don't have the talent for sustained success. That's a simple fact. Okay, Nico Merkley and Nick Bastian and whatever are not going to last having to keep playing the Bruins 3 or 4 more times this year. It's not going to happen. Okay, it's just not. This is
where I'm going to leave it. Their best fundamental player hasn't even played yet. He's not even back.
Nico Hischier.
Nico Hischier. So when Nico Hischier gets back, I'm telling you, I think he's going to take the team to an even better level than they're already at.
Okay, and listen, you have to. I respect the hope you have based on the way they've played.
No,
I have to respect it, but you're in your feelings right now, and I'm speaking like
how I was not retaliating.
I'm speaking like a hockey fan, and I can see the Devils' depth being an issue, especially offensively, even when they get Nico back, and then it won't be sustained. I see the Devils around 500, 28, like maybe like I don't know. 28, 24, and 5, maybe something around that range, whatever that math comes out to. I think that's what they'll be. And that's not a playoff spot. You need to get to 30 or 35 wins to make the playoffs in this division.
If they make the playoffs, we should make a bet.
All right, think about it. And the Devils fans' big argument right now is, we have 4 games in hand on a lot of teams. Well, you got to win those 4 games. You could still lose those. They haven't been played yet. You lose 2 of those 4 games. What's your record right now? 6-5-2, right where I think you guys are at. If you go 2-2 in those 4 games, so you got to go 3-1 just to keep your pace. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? If you go 4-0, then yes, I will give you the credit. But you've played 4 less games than the rest of these teams, and 4 less games means 4 less matchups, interlocking matchups, because we all play the same division, and that's what happens. So I'm just saying, you go 2-2 in those 4 games, right?
Yes.
You're right where you are, but 2 more games left, even playing field.
I think they'll get a point in every one of those games, in my opinion. So
you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're really
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I honestly, they should get at least. I think they should at least get 5 points out of Buffalo itself. I think they should get 5 points out of the Buffalo games, out of the 3 Buffalo games.
The 5 of them. Okay, so 2-0
I think they should. I think they'll win 2 games, and I think they'll probably go into overtime and probably lose 1. I can.
So 2-0-1. So you're putting the Devils in Boston Bruin, New York Islander capital territory. That's where you're putting them?
Yeah.
You're not. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking water, actually.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Drinking water.
This is the truth. They're not there yet. They're not there yet, man. They're not. The Devils are probably around the Pittsburgh. You beat us twice, but if we split those games, we're 1 game better. But I'm just saying you're still around that path.
But you ain't.
I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying too.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Right.
If you think the Devils are in the same realm as the Bruins,
they'll go 2-1-1.
No, I just want to genuinely ask you this. Do you truly believe that the Devils are better than the Bruins, Islanders, Flyers, and Capitals? I'm
not saying they're better than them. I said they can compete with them.
That's what you have to do to make the playoffs, to be better than them. So you're not going to make the.
Well, what's wrong with competing with them? Which they have. They already have 5 points off of Boston already. So
that's awesome. The Rangers have competed too, and just haven't scratched out wins like the Devils have.
Well, that's the fucking difference right there, Bucko.
Yeah, wins and losses, of course, but just because. But it's a long season. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? Like
Absolutely.
It's 56 games. So you know how the Devils are battling and keeping up with these teams, right? And they're scratching out wins. 20 games from now, they'll lose them. And the Rangers will win the games that they
maybe they'll keep winning.
Or maybe they will. But I'm just saying, it's just how I've seen hockey so many years like this with the Devils. It's just how the Devils are. This is what they are. I've seen it so many years, man. So many years. I would actually be comfortable, and I'm not there yet. Maybe I want to see how the Rangers play against the Capitals because, the Rangers are missing a lot of their key players too. But no one ever talks about it because it's the Rangers. They should be good no matter what.
Oh, here we go. What is this? Giants comparison again? Come on.
I'm just saying. I would even be comfortable enough after the Devils play maybe 1 or 2 of the games that they have in hand and the Rangers play the Capitals, say the Rangers will finish with a better record than the Devils this year.
All right, let's bet on it. Let's shake on it.
I'm not comfortable yet with it. Because the Devils do have 4 games in hand, so I want to see what they do in those 2 games. So at least 2 of them, half of them, and then I want to see what happens. Because the Devils are still, they're 5 points out of a playoff spot with 4 games in hand. So if you go 2-2, you're still a point out, and you can't expect to go 4-0. So I'm just saying, I just want you to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Be humble. You're a low market team having a good start. Be humble. Do not talk shit. That's what
I don't want to hear "be humble" out of you.
That's my.
I don't want to hear "be humble" out of you.
That's my thing. What teams do I talk shit for? This is what I mean. The one team for my whole life that I actually have a basis to talk shit about, I have 6 other guys coming at me because how am I supposed to win an argument? How am I supposed to win an argument when I got 6 against 2? It's me and Toots against 6 other guys.
Toots doesn't talk. Toots actually respects the Devils.
And so do I, but I don't like the Devils.
You don't.
Yeah. Toots respects the Devils. No Ranger fan really respects the Devils. We just don't want to hear you guys talk.
Toots is a better man. He's a better man than you.
Better Ranger fan than me?
No, better man.
He's just telling you guys what you want to hear. Simple as that. We were texting during that Rangers game on Tuesday. We were texting. We were like, how the fuck are we losing this game? How? We were texting. Trash, Mike. We'll both be doing one of these for.
I can't play golf. I suck at golf. So
no, I'm telling you, our teams are going to be watching the Stanley Cup playoffs together. But like I said, I'll let you drink the Kool-Aid. I'll let all Devils fans drink the Kool-Aid. And if you want to make this a hate podcast and I'm hating on the Devils, make it because I know at the end of the year.
You are. You've been since the last hour that we've been doing this.
Yeah, I'm hating on the Devils.
Yes, you are. You are hating on a least classy organization, as you say.
I'm getting back at it.
You are officially hating an organization that apparently doesn't step in the same shoes and the same dirt and the same fucking scenario room setting as the fucking Rangers.
It doesn't. I'm doing it simply because of the fan base.
Yeah,
simple as that. And especially when I'm in a group chat where all I got to hear about the Devils, I got to say a little something. Yeah. Hey, have you ever heard me talk shit the last 14 years?
Yes.
Consistently?
I have.
Last year the Rangers waxed the Devils in so many games. I actually think they beat them 7-2 one game. Not a peep. Just said, hey, this is what I'm used to. I'm used to the Rangers beating up on the
Yeah,
Devils.
you talk shit. I think I remember you talking. I remember you.
But not as consistent as you guys do. And I never talk shit about the Devils after. I would never talk shit about the Devils after the Rangers beat the Bruins, because why would I do that? But the Devils fans, they do that because, you know, they're better than the Rangers. Every time they get a win, they're just better than the Rangers.
They are.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
They're better than the Rangers.
6-3-2, Mike. Don't worry. 56 game season. You have 45 games left.
4-7-2 or something.
45 games left. 5-7-2.
4-7-2.
Yeah,
right.
40. Yeah, you have 45 games left.
All right. Well, we've been doing this for an hour. We've been bickering for an hour, Tom. And I like to say that I would like to take the belt for this one. You lost.
You didn't even talk enough to take the belt. You just said, I'm right, you're wrong, and the Devils are better than the Rangers because they're 6-3-2 and they just beat the Bruins and they beat the Rangers twice.
That's all I need. That's all.
Though, because it's so much.
If I need to make a comparison,
it's so much deeper. Like the Cowboys have been a better organization than the Jets, but they haven't beat the Jets since 2007. You don't hear me saying that the Jets are better than the Cowboys. You don't hear me saying that.
I'm talking about
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about right now, and you continue to bring up the past and how good the Rangers are in the last.
Yes, right now, 11 games into the Devils season, the Devils are better than the Rangers.
Thank you. That's all.
Big
I won.
Fucking deal. It's 11 games in.
I won.
That's the point I'm trying to say. It's a 56-game season.
I made you say it.
See, at the end of the year, talk your shit. At the end of the year, talk your shit. You guys are talking. This is the most shit. This is the most shit I've heard Devils fans talk. I think it's because we were deprived of sports, and the Devils, didn't make the playoffs last year. Even with them giving extra playoff teams in, they didn't make it still. I think you've been so deprived of Devils hockey and so deprived of good Devils hockey that look about it, 11 games in where you're only 3 games over 500. It's not even like you're fucking 10-1-1, like I said. You're 6-3-2. Yes. And you're talking the most shit I've heard Devils fans talk probably in my lifetime. It's unbelievable. It's going to come and bite all you guys in the ass. I'm just saying. And not necessarily you guys, like, to me, like, you know what I mean? Like the fan base, like whatever. Like if the Devils start losing and you guys actually start getting pissed off, I'll be a little upset for you guys. I'll be like, I've been there before. But the fan base on Twitter, I will be fucking ripping into those guys. I got tweets saved in my phone of pointless, fucking stupid, random Devils against Rangers tweets that why are even people tweeting about it?
They're just giving out good stats. Like I know the one that really bothered you was like Jack Hughes and Ty Smith, their points compared to Kakko, and laugh because it's fucking not even close. It's a good stat. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Great stat. Yeah, great stat. Hughes is on the power play. Ty Smith's on the power play. Kakko and Lafreniere are not because we have more skill that go on our power plays and our.
Clearly, you don't have enough skill if their power play does not execute.
So we have Panarin, Zibanejad, Fox. I mean, don't even get me started. Okay. Smith and Hughes are your key cogs of your offense. Lafreniere and Kakko are on our bottom lines. And now Kakko's more dominant, but the Rangers aren't scoring goals. So if you can't score goals, your points and your stats aren't going to be there. Kakko has been just as dominant as Jack Hughes. And if you watch hockey, you understand that.
I don't watch Rangers hockey because I don't like being bored. All right. So,
you're hilarious.
I am. I try.
So funny.
Is there anything else you would like to?
I could keep going about this, man. I could.
I don't know why. You're just you're hurting yourself.
I'm not.
You're
hurting myself.
You're angry. You're angry.
Because I'm angry at my hockey team for starting this poorly but playing so well. That's why. I wish the Rangers had a better record because then this argument would be bullshit. It would be the Rangers are better, but they haven't gone as lucky as the Devils in getting goals and getting bounces. So that's why they are where they are. So
lucky. Yeah, that's the word, right? Lucky.
Rangers are top 10 in almost every statistical category except wins.
It happens.
Wins and power play. That's what I'm saying. The Rangers are better than their record says they are. Because in hockey, unlike any other sports, you are what your record says you are does not apply. So there it is. Devils are better coached too. I like Lindy Ruff. He was a Rangers assistant.
Yes, he's very good.
Do you think you take that into consideration on why you guys probably play so well against us since he coached our team for about 4 years? Always on our coach staff for 4 years. Knows the players like the back of our hand, like his hand. Yeah, and you still can only beat us by 1 goal and still get outshot in both of them.
Oh, God.
Just saying.
Tom.
Hey, man, they play each other 6 more times, bro. You've only won 2 of them.
The Devils will be, against the Rangers this year.
See, that just hurt yourself. See, you would have just been if you'd have been like, yeah, the Devils will have a better record. Oh yeah, you're just kidding. Yeah. No,
I'm going to give the Devils. They will win this year's season matchup probably 5-3.
Okay, respectable.
Is that reasonable, or is that too much? Is that too much Kool-Aid for you?
Well, then that means the last 6 would be 3-3. So the meat of the season, when the teams actually start playing, we would have went 500 against each other. So that would be more realistic than 2 games.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it 3-3. I'm giving the Devils 5-3.
You just backdoored. That's the word I'm looking for. You just backdoor complimented the Rangers.
Well, it's a rivalry. They're not going to win every game. Like let's be realistic.
Of course not.
Yeah, let's be realistic.
Yeah,
let's be realistic. But the Devils will have the upper hand on the Rangers this year.
Okay,
they will.
We'll see that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. What do you think? The Rangers are going to fucking go 6-0?
Bro.
No, is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying? But you can say that, but that's realistic. That is realistic.
I don't know. The Devils can go 6-0 too. No, because here's the difference between being realistic or not. Devils aren't going to beat the Rangers every game. The Rangers have already lost twice. So if the Rangers go 6-0, they've already lost twice. That means they went to 6-2. It's not crazy. It's happened before.
They're not winning 6 in a row against the Devils.
You know why that won't happen for either of us? They play each other 4 times in a row. Probably going to go 2-2.
Yeah, it's probably going to go 2-2. Maybe 3-1 Devils. Maybe.
You do realize, though, like the Rangers have more skill than the Devils, correct? You do realize that, right?
They have very skillful players. They just don't show it. They're very skillful players, though.
It's just like you don't watch the Ranger games, so like you don't understand.
I watched them. I bet on them a few times. They fucked me over every time.
Halak tonight against the Devils. I saw the 3 goals he gave up. He would have made 2 of those saves. He made 2 of those types of saves against the Rangers.
Off night, I guess.
And I saw a tweet yesterday. Was like I forgot this was a hockey reporter who's not even a Ranger fan. He's from Ottawa. He goes, I forgot that every Metropolitan goaltender was a Vezina Trophy winner against the Rangers. That's literally what he said. Those are exact words. So listen, because you know why? When you play the Rangers, no matter what their record is, you elevate your play. You know what I mean? Like you elevate it because, oh my God, it's the Rangers. We got to beat them. The Bruins, they play the Devils like, this is a walkthrough trap game. Bang, lose. No diss to the Devils, but that's just what happens. It's a trap game for the Bruins. Yeah. It's not a big game on the Bruins schedule, and they got caught.
Not a big game. Another L for them.
No. You're not catching the Bruins, so it don't matter.
I mean, yeah, but probably not. But I mean, the Devils literally have 2 of their losses. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's awesome. And awesome. And a lot of out of their 10 wins, a lot of them came from the Rangers. So
only 2 of them. Only 2 of them. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, bro, you're gonna win every argument if you're talking about this 11 games the Devils have played. You're gonna win every one, but it's only 11 games. It's not even a quarter of the season yet, and you're talking this much shit. That's what I'm just trying to get at it, Devils fans. Not even a quarter of the year. Not even a quarter of the year, and and all you guys are talking so much shit. I am
absolutely dominating this, or because you're
literally. Yeah, bro, because this is the one team where I know historically we are better. We are going to be better.
Stop. Historically,
like history repeats itself. Historically, we are going to be better. We are going to be better. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me later in the year. We'll talk about this later in the year.
Let's stop right now. Let me just say this right now, because right there, that pissed me off. It pissed me off because historically, history repeats itself. It does the fuck not. Because the Cowboys won 5 Super Bowls as far as fucking alive. They haven't won shit since.
I'm talking about organizationally.
The Yankees have been winning championships left and right. Last one since 2009. But at the same time, they haven't won shit since then. So history does not repeat.
You know what? Just go into your little Devils chat you have and say, I ripped Tom tonight about the Devils.
I did.
Go enjoy it.
Devil
fans enjoy
history this. Does not repeat itself.
I'll let you go. I just had to defend myself a little bit. I'll let you Devils fans enjoy this little 11-game party you guys are on. Let me know when you go win the Stanley Cup. Let me know when you win the Stanley Cup. Come talk to me. Let me know what happens.
Let me know when the Rangers win the Stanley Cup.
No. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this year. I know the Rangers aren't winning the cup this year. I know they're not making the playoffs. I realize that.
We're winning a cup this
But
year.
I'm just saying. But you guys act like it. So just come to me when Jack Hughes wins the MVP, and when Mackenzie Blackwood wins the Vezina, and when Ty Smith wins the Norris. Come talk to me, right? Because that's how good they all are, right? And come to me when Ty Smith has a better career than Adam Fox. Come to me when Jack Hughes has a better career than Kaapo Kakko, and come to me when Alexis Lafreniere has a better year. I'm talking Nico Hischier, whatever other player you have, has a better career than Alexis Lafreniere. Just come talk to me.
Well, 3 of those are already happening, so it's already fun. It's statistically and it's proven already. So.
If we don't bring up stats, because obviously stats don't mean anything because the Rangers dominate almost every game they're in and still lose. So stats don't mean anything.
But if you want to bring up those 3 players, 3 and 3, it's greater sign, greater sign, greater sign.
Adam Fox is 100 times better than Ty Smith.
I don't know.
Do you even know who Adam Fox is?
Yes, I know who Adam Fox is.
Adam Fox is so much better than Ty Smith, and you can even ask Jay Roosh and Kyle, and they'll agree with me.
Okay, all right, fine. So 2-1.
And you know what? Jack Hughes, and you have to be honest with this. Jack Hughes dominated the Rangers and looked better than Kaapo Kakko in the first game, and Kaapo Kakko looked better than Jack Hughes in the second game.
Yes.
So I'm just saying.
And then Jack Hughes came out tonight and did his thing, got another point. And
so did Kaapo Kakko. Kakko got a point and scored in a shootout. Too bad shootout goals don't count as points. And I would hope that a center out has more points than a right winger. I would just hope that. I would hope that that's the case. Because what does a center do? He's in the center of what he passes a lot, right? He's a playmaker. What's a winger supposed to do? Score. Kakko has 3 goals this year. But the Rangers have not scored a lot. So that's the thing. Kaapo Kakko is top 5 in possession, top 5 in offensive time zone for wingers, and has been very dominant, one of the top dominant forwards in the NHL. But he doesn't have the numbers they're talking about. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Rangers record.
I'll just
go. The Rangers record's proven that.
Yeah, it has. It has, honestly, that they haven't scored. Yeah. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
This. You know what? You want to know why I'm going to love this podcast so much? I'm going to love this when I look back in March or April, and I'm going to hate myself for seeming this heated while you're sitting back and smiling when the Rangers have a better record than when the Rangers have a better record than the Devils at the end of the year, and I'm going to look back and be like, that's kind of funny. Remember when the Devils were 6-3-2 through 11 games, and the Rangers were 5-7-3, and the Devils thought they were such a much better team than the Rangers, even though they're pretty much the same. The Devils have just won a couple more hockey games.
Your pettiness will always get the best of you, Tom.
Always.
And it's okay. It's okay.
I don't have any pettiness to the Devils. I don't like shit talkers. I don't like when people talk
You're
shit.
You're doing it right now.
I got to go back. I have to go back. I have to defend.
But the thing is, like,
defend my Rangers.
The thing is, like,
defend my Rangers.
My whole argument. Think about this, Tom. This is where I'm going. This whole argument, this whole episode was me just saying how I think the Rangers, not the Rangers, the Devils have been doing pretty well this year. I think they could do pretty well the rest of the year. And I am saying that they're a better team than the Rangers. And then you go on and you bring up history. You're bringing up how they're a shit organization, blah, blah, blah. You are going for low blows over a little fucking jab. Think about that.
Because that's what every other fan base does, and I'm just giving it back to you. So I'm just giving it back.
You're literally giving me a fucking kick to the nuts just because I fucking grazed your chin. Yes. Think about that.
Yeah, because you know what? You know how I'm a big stat guy, right?
Yes, you are a big stat guy.
I can give you so many stats that prove the Rangers are actually a better hockey team than the Devils. The Devils just have gotten more wins. They've gotten some puck luck. That's
the only stat you need, Buck.
That's what I mean. But hockey goes so much deeper, and in a long period of time, 56-game season, the whole season, the team that statistically plays better will end up being better. That's the point I'm trying to make. But then it's the little like sitting back like, well, we're just better right now. We're 6-3-2. We won 6 hockey games. Hey, we won 6 games, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, we haven't seen this good of a start in fucking 10 years. Like, let me talk as much shit as possible. Like, I just want humbleness. That's what I want. I want you guys to be
We're
happy.
from New Jersey, bro.
I want you guys to be happy because your hockey team is playing very well. But keep my team out of your mouth. There's no reason for them to be in it.
That's where you lose.
There's no reason for us to be in it. Rangers
That's
are struggling right now. You beat us twice. Just take it. When you beat the Bruins, keep my team out of your mouth when you beat the Bruins.
That's where you lose.
When you play us, you can talk as much shit as you want when you beat us. But when you play other teams, do not bring my team up. Do not bring my team up. Don't bring up my players. Don't compare points after a Bruins. How about you compare Hughes and Smith to Marchand and Posh? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Why is it after you beat the Bruins you got to bring the Rangers in? I'm just saying. That's where I'm at.
Because this is where I'm going to go, Tommy. This is where I'm going to go. Because obviously you have 6 friends that are Devils fans. So that means you follow them on social media. That means you see a lot of connections that they have on social media. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of Devil shit talking to Rangers. But I bet you if I look up the Rangers right now and their fans, they will shit talk the Devils left, right, to all fucking day.
Go do it.
I will.
All right. Go do it.
I will.
I want you to find a tweet. I want you to find a tweet that a Ranger fan isn't replying to a Devils fan talking shit. I want you to find a tweet where a Ranger fan out of nowhere, not replying to a tweet, not replying to a Devil fan, just randomly talk shit about the Devils tonight. Yeah. And I bet you I'll be able to find in less time a Devil fan talking about the Rangers. After we didn't play each other tonight, correct?
Yes, we didn't play.
I might post this podcast tomorrow. We didn't play each other tonight.
Yeah.
I bet you I will find.
Go ahead.
A Devils tweet.
Find it.
Okay.
Find it. So the only tweets I saw Devil fans talking shit about the Rangers was when they beat the Rangers, because that's what happens in rival games.
And did I not agree? Did I not say that they can do that? I just said that they can do that.
All right. So where was there a fucking mention of the Rangers tonight? I just don't know where the fuck you saw that. I don't know. Because I know if the tables were turned, if this was in reverse, the Rangers would be talking so much shit too. That's how it goes, man.
No.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man.
Let's go.
I'll wait.
Here's a Devils fan. A random parlay guy tweeted about the Rangers. Rangers money line. Ha. Hey, Bozo, how about the Rangers? I hope you went in with me on that. No, why would I? I'm a Devils fan. They suck. And the Flyers couldn't beat them. They had 6 starters out. Rangers had 4 starters out. They still stink. They still stink. They lost to my team on Tuesday 5-2 after 2 weeks of not playing hockey. Ha, ha, ha. I'll never bet the Rangers money line. No need for it. No need for it.
I mean, you lost the guy to parlay. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yep.
I don't blame him. I mean, obviously, I'm seeing all fucking Devils talking shit because they beat them. That's all I see from 2 days ago. Not from tonight. I don't see anything from tonight. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything. I typed in Rangers Devils. So I typed in.
Okay.
Don't see a thing. There's this one. I kind of like this though already. I saw this one from 2 days ago. See if I can find it. I just saw it. This reminds me of you.
Yeah.
Having a best friend who's a Rangers fan is a lot easier when the Devils beat them every time they meet.
That's funny. That is funny.
You're Steven.
Who, me? Yeah, it's 2 games.
Yeah, I know you're upset.
It's 2 games.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I think we should end the hostility for tonight. It's been a long episode. Nobody won, nobody lost, except you. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, buddy. No, seriously, we should wrap up the episode. It's been over an hour, and it was a good episode. It was fun. It was a fun episode.
Fun for you.
No, it's fun for both of us. You gave me the stats. I just gave you. Well, we beat you twice. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do.
That's how you do it.
I am Skip Bayless, and that's how I will roll. That's how I will roll. But do you have anything else to talk about on Under Sports before we head out tonight? Do you want to talk about?
I just had to get my Rangers understanding and why I don't like Devils fans talking shit out.
That's fine. That's fine, and I'm glad you did. I had a lot of fun with you tonight. We should do this more often. We should do it because
this is the last time I'm talking Devils Rangers on this podcast until Devils fans humble up.
All right. I guess
we'll start talking Mets Yankees soon.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna bring up the Devils every podcast. I hope you know that.
Yeah, you could bring it up, and I'll bring them up when they start losing. So when they're
Right.
they're gonna have a losing streak, buddy, just like the Rangers did.
Of course
And when it happens, I'll be ready to go. Just like Devils fans are ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right, yo.
All right, well,
fuck the Devils.
Yeah, whatever.
To all you Devil fans out there, why don't you start rooting for a real hockey team?
just to mention, just a reminder, this shit of a hockey team beat the Rangers twice already. All right, that's it. I'm done. We've been bickering for over an hour. I think we should wrap it up. I think it was a good episode.
It was.
We should do the Zoom more often. Maybe we'll do more than one podcast a week.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
we should do one after every Devils win. Honestly.
Yeah.
Be like a little victory party in here where you could just
after every Rangers
yeah.
We would have a podcast every fucking day.
I hope our listeners enjoy. This is ZMT Sports. Checking out. I hope our listeners enjoy.
Follow us on sports_ZMT, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Since we have this recorded, we'll probably go back on YouTube. Maybe we'll put this on YouTube. We will put this some on TikTok. And that's it. It's a fun episode,
yes,
Tom.
Yep.
We'll do it again.
Sir.
All right, man.
Talk to you later.
Checking out.